video, I want to talk to you about how to train for strength. Now, I did one for endurance yesterday, but today I'm gonna do one on strength. So this is a different goal, a completely different, type of training protocol. So let's get into it. Now, strength is basically different muscle fibers. There's three kinds of muscle fibers in the body, and those muscle fibers that focus on getting stronger, you should train those. Now, what is strength? Strength is basically how much weight you can lift for a shorter amount of reps. So it's not like endurance where you're doing some sort of a squat for 20 reps. No, you're doing an all-out squat for maybe 2-3 reps, or maybe even a 1 rep max. That's strength. So how much weight you can handle. Now, like I said, you should always train to failure on every single set, whatever you're training for, endurance, strength, whatever. So let's get into the training. Now, you should still stick to the big body compound movements, squats, deadlifts, bench, rows, those basic movements. But you should do a different training protocol, which is, first, you want to focus on reps. Now, if you're training for strength, you want to focus on a rep range between 1 to 5, maybe to 6, but 6 and everything above 6 is not strength anymore. So 1 to 5 rep range, that's the most optimal one. It's best if you choose something in the middle, so 3 to 4 reps. That considers the reps. Now we got the sets. Basically, because you're doing a lot less volume, because you're doing less reps, now you have to even out the volume with the sets. So you do more sets. So in a regular training routine for size, you're gonna do 3 to 4 sets, maybe 5, but you're doing a lot of reps. You're doing 8 to 10 reps, so you're getting a lot of volume. Now, you're not getting enough volume with the strength because you're doing less reps, so you gotta do more set. Now, you should do about anything above 5 sets. So usually it's 7 to 8 sets, maybe even 10. So we're gonna say in a range of 5 to 10 sets. That's a good range, and you should choose about in the middle. So 7, 8 sets with that 3 to 4 rep range. 1 to 5 is the general range, and then the rest times. Because you're focusing on strength, you want a complete rest period. So that basically means, if you rest 30-60 seconds, your body doesn't fully recover. So it essentially can't handle the same amount of reps because it's not fully recovered. So that's why you have to rest more when you're training for strength, because you're using heavier loads and you want your body to be fully recovered so you can squeeze out another great set with a lot of weight. So you have to let your body fully recover. And to let your body fully recover, it's basically going to take about 2 to about 5 minutes. Now that's a general range for rest time for strength. That's 5 minutes is probably too much. 2 minutes is probably not enough. So just pick somewhere in the middle. So I think the most optimal, when I train for strength, I usually do 3 minutes. 3 minutes, do it for me. I'm fully recovered and I can perform that weight again for a great set. So 3 minutes works for me. You gotta find out what works for you, because for some people they can rest less, and for some guys they have to rest 4 to 5 minutes. So you gotta choose based on you. You know, you gotta test shit out, and then you're gonna see. But basically in that in that range, so 2 to 5 minutes. And of course you use a very heavy weight. You know, the heaviest you can handle. If you're doing singles, so you're doing 1 rep maxes all the time, then you know, you pick your 1 rep max. The best way is to just start with a weight and start to slowly pyramid up. You know, so if you can handle that weight, add 10-15 pounds. If you can handle that, add another 10-15 pounds until you can't handle it anymore, you know. And then you know what your 1 rep max is. If you're doing more reps, if you're doing 2, 3, 4 reps, you know, then of course you're not gonna use your 1 rep max. You're gonna load the bar a little bit off, and that's basically it. You know, that's the main general focus you should have when you train for strength. You know, so the reps have to be low, the sets have to be high, the rest times have to be also high, and the weight has to be pretty high, you know. So that's the general guideline how to train for strength. Now the main thing you should focus on when you're training for strength is to progress. So basically every other week, you know, whatever you should log every single rep, set, and you should progress. You should progressively try to get stronger. So do more reps, use a heavier weight, and so on. So you should progressively try to get stronger. Because if you just do a movement over and over and over, you gotta consistently track that and try to get stronger, because you're training for strength. So that was basically it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to leave a comment, like this video, and definitely subscribe. Peace out.